Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, here today we are going to learn about creating list from Unit 7, Computer Science, 10th class. Hopefully in the previous class, the tags that we have learned about text formatting, you people have cleared yourself about them all. And also you have worked on it. So here is today's topic, that is list. As we all know that what are the lists? Lists are actually used to group up what? Group up related pieces of information. So they are clearly associated with each other and easy to read. Means when we are going to design our website, in that website, when we are there to give some information, as we know that HTML documentation is mainly used for dissemination of information. We are actually disseminating our information over the globe. So in that case, when we need to give information, that information must be in an organized way. So for that purpose, in order to navigate our site easily, we give the users ease in the use of list. We can also give site navigation with the help of list, and general content of the site can also be listed with these types of list in HTML document. So today we will learn how to list the items in our website using these tags. Lists are very much good in structural point of view because we well structured our site using these lists, and these lists will give the ease to our document for accessibility point of view and also easy to maintain. And at the time of updation, it is easier to update if we use the list in our site. So it means if we use semantically correct list, it gives the visitor easiness to read our website. So they simplify when we are at the time of maintenance of our site. So let's come up with the types of list. How many types of list in HTML document we can create? There are three main types of list, and these are unordered list, ordered list, and description list. Every list has its own specific purpose and meaning for the web page design. Let's see one by one for which purpose we use these different types of lists. The first one over here, it is unordered list. Unordered list, just like when we list up our items with some bullets, squares, or circles. These are just the items that we can place in our list, and here the order is not that much necessarily important. Means just as when we are creating a list of any recipe, or when we are creating a list of shopping, then all items are just listed with some shapes, with some bullets, and these are just the unordered list. Means here if we change the order of the items, it doesn't mean any change in the items. Okay, but after this, another type of ordered list is, in that list order is very much important, but in unordered list order is not that much important, but just the items are listed with some shapes. Here is the HTML tags that we use to create the unordered list. For this purpose, we use two pair tags to create the unordered list. Starting tag UL, unordered list. This is in angle signs, and its pair tag, closing tag, is typed at the end of all the items that we want to include in this unordered list. Okay. So after the listing of all items, we enclose the closing tag of this unordered list. And how we list the list items in this list? Just with the help of a single tag, empty tag of LI, list item. List item is enclosed in the angle signs, and just all the list items are listed over here. And then after the closing, when this is your HTML code, when we type it in our editor and save it with the HTML extension, and we view in the browser, here is the browser view. Just all the items are listed over here with a circular disk. This disk is actually the type of the list by default. Clear? In here we have also unordered list attributes, and the first attribute, most important attribute, that is, although we have skipped over here in this code, we haven't given any type of the unordered list. But when we need to give the type, that is the attribute, means what type of the list we need to create in our list. By default, here it is, you can see that it is circle here, disk. And if when we need to give some change, and what type of changes that we can give to the unordered list, these changes are circle and square. Means we can create the list items with the help of disk, circle and square. By default, the type of the unordered list is disk. Here. After the unordered list, the next list type is ordered list. As the name suggests, it is the ordered list, where the order of the items is very much important. Lists are used to display the list of items that should be in a specific order. If we change the order, then obviously the overall list flow is disturbed. Just as here, the list which is given, gather the ingredients, mix the ingredients together, place ingredients in baking dish, then bake in oven for an hour, remove from oven, allow to stain for 10 minutes, and then serve. Here in this example, some sort of baking any sweet dish or any cake in the oven. When we disturb the order in this list, what happens? Obviously, when we just place the 6 or number step at the first step, allow to stand for 10 minutes, wish to allow for stand for the 10 minutes. Obviously, it is following some flow. If we disturb the flow of this ordered list, it will mix up any order of the instruction. So it means in ordered list, the order of the list items are very much important. We cannot mix up these orders. These list items must be in that logical step way, in all that logical step. Clear? So how to create such type of list in HTML document? For this purpose, we have the list tags, ordered list tags. Ordered list tags, here this is started with OL, ordered list, starting tag and ending tag, as it is also the pair tag. And again, the list items are listed with the help of single empty tag, that is list item LI, and all the items are listed over here. And when we save this tag code in HTML and view in browser, here comes the browser view. Just all the items are listed with the number 1, 2, 3, 4. So it means the by default type of the list in ordered list is 1, 2, 3, 4. Numeric list is created by default. Clear? But with the help of type attribute in OL, we can change this type into Roman small cap, Roman capital cap, then bulleted alphabetical list, small list, capital list. Here you can view the application of these types with small I when we give the value of this type attribute in double quote with small I. Then how the list will be created with small Roman letters. Here. And when we give the type with capital I, the list will be created in capital Romans. And similarly with small alphabets, capital alphabet, and numeric is by default. When we skip the type attribute in this ordered list, that list will be created by default with numbers. Clear? But sometime we need to start the list with some specific value, not starting with by default 1, 2, 3 or the from ascending order. If we need to start somewhere from specific value, like here, the numbers is started with 1, 2, 3. And if we need to start the value of the first item with 122, then we will specify the start attribute. The start attribute we will specify with value of 122 in double quotes. Just as here it is written XX, but when we replace it, we will give that specific number with which we start the list item in ordered list. Clear? Then comes another list, that is definition list. Definition list are description list associated specific names and values. Names and values means definitions or descriptions of that name. Just as when we have the headings and subheadings in our unit and their description in their paragraph. That description is actually value of the heading or subheading. Clear? And heading is the list item of that definition list. This definition list is now description list, although in our books it is also known as definition list, but it is renamed now description list in HTML 5 version. How it is applied? Definition list started with DL tag. It is pair tag, starting and closing tag. Both we must have to type in our document. DL starting tag and closing tag at the end of this definition list completion. Then comes the definition list term, means which data term we are going to define with DT, DT data term that we are going to define. Here, like just in your book, you have in unit 4, 7.3, that is text formatting, and text formatting have some paragraph about what is the text formatting in HTML tags. And these tags are used to format the text in HTML document. This is like definition of this text formatting. So data definition is given in the pair tag of DD, starting tag, closing tag. And this is your definition of first data item. Here, after the definition closing, DD, DT is also closed. Clear? Means in definition list, we have two nested tags. How many tags? Two nested tags. First tag is for data term. Clear? And second tag is for data definition, DD. Means inside DT, this is DT starting, this is closing. In starting and closing, we have another pair of DD, data definition tag. When the definition is completed, we enclose it with closing tag of DD. And after DD, data definition closing, we close the DT, data term tag. After that, all the rest of the data terms and their definitions we give in the data definition list. When the definition list, all data terms and their definitions are completed, we will close this data definition list, our description list. And how it will view in our browser when we save this HTML code in HTML in text file with HTML extension, and when we view it in browser, then this type of output we will get for this given code. 7.3 text formatting is heading, data term, and its definition is given over here in next paragraph type, and next definition term and its definition. Hopefully, today's three lists of HTML codes are clear now. If you people have any question about these tags, you can ask. Whereas in the next class, we will have some written and practical tests about 7.3 and 4. Hopefully, in today's class that we have learned is all clear to you. Whereas today's topic was about creating list, and under creating list, we have learned about unordered list, ordered list, and description list or definition list. I'm waiting for your questions. Thank you.